Hi, welcome to my next video. If you're tuning into YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. And if you're in my Facebook group, welcome to my Entreprenuer-Ology Hub. I'm excited here today because I have another fantastic topic. I hope you resonate with it as well. I'm going to talk about the difference between two mindsets here. A mindset of a person in job, and a mindset of an entrepreneur, a real entrepreneur. And this is crucial again, because if you are somebody who's trying to set into the journey of entrepreneurship, you have got to understand where you lie when it comes to the mindset, because you will have to understand that if you want to be successful, you will have to have a success mindset, an entrepreneurship mindset. Okay, so before we deep dive in, again, let me introduce myself. My name is Seldon Tenzing. I'm an entrepreneur on the field of travel, life and a business coach, a speaker and author in making. And if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, you've got to subscribe my YouTube channel, because I'm going to post a lot of valuable content when it comes to entrepreneurship. And please join me as well on my group, Facebook group, the Entreprenuer-Ology Hub. And I would love to interact with you there as well. So thank you so much for tuning in again. Moving forward with the topic, I have 6 major differences that I have realized over the time through my own personal experience. So my background is that I have been into 10 years into corporate experience, corporate world, and I totally came from the job mindset background. And I'm going to do, the reference that I'm using today is the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad and the book called Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert T. Kiyosaki. I'm sure it's such a popular book, right? I'm sure many of you might have read it. If you haven't read it, even if you have read it, just listen me out here as well, because this is what I have my own perspectives. I've tried to put in my own golden nuggets here and there. So the difference, I had to personally go through this journey, because like I said, I come from a job background, and when I started the entrepreneurship journey, I really struggled in the beginning. I struggled so much. I had sleepless nights, I had anxieties all over. So, and I had to really had to get this mindset shift in order to become the person I am today. Thank God for that. So again, a lot of gratitude to all my mentors who came into my life. I want to give these 6 distinctions for you to identify where do you stand today. And I'm not trying to demean any kind of job here. I think I'm very grateful job, because the person I'm here today is also because of what I learned in a job. But I do want you to understand, get a clear picture of where you stand and where you should be moving forward to. Okay? All right, so let's deep dive in. So the point number 1 that I want to talk about is difference between job mindset and entrepreneur mindset is a person with a job mindset is looking for security all the time. That person is so risk averse. I was one, totally. You work for a person job mindset, you work for like 30 days and then you get a paycheck and you feel happy, and then you go, yay, life is great. Then you go weekends and you party and things like that, right? Whereas the person on the other side, the entrepreneurship mindset, is thinking very differently. This person is not really looking for safety. This person is looking for freedom. What does this freedom mean? What is this freedom mindset? Freedom mindset means this person is looking for the freedom of time and freedom of money. Imagine if you have a freedom of time and freedom of money, what you're going to have? Freedom of choice. That means you can do whatever you want. When you are in a job, you have to constantly work. You have to, there's no freedom. I mean, you're literally selling your time for money, right? But on the other side, this person is doing whatever it takes to create time, to create that freedom of choice that, and he or she wants to work when he or she feels like to work, not because they have to work. So that is freedom, right? That is, I think, what is called financial freedom, right? So which brings me immediately to the second point, that person with a job mindset is today trying to sell his time or his skills for money, whereas the person with entrepreneur mindset is trying to sell money or spend money to create time. Isn't that just the exact opposite? And when I was on a job, of course, I was working long hours, and I was, I had specific set of skills. End of the month, I was getting paid for it, right? So I'm selling my time. But the other side, the entrepreneurs that the real entrepreneurs that I've seen who have made it big today, these are the people who believe in building systems. How do you really get time? How do you get the freedom of time? Is when you start building a system. This is a concept which I understood far later in the journey as well, and I'm in the process of working on it now. But I realized that even in a business, when you start a business and you're constantly working 7 days a week in a business, there's no freedom of time. How do you get a freedom of time? Is when you start building systems, teams, procedures, which will allow you in the long run to be free. You can literally make yourself redundant. An entrepreneur can move out of the system, and the system will keep running for him. If you see all the big businesses, conglomerates that you see today running on the same concept, you see the Ambanis, you see the Apple products, the Apple company, they have all built systems that even the founder or the original owner does not even need to be present for the business to run by itself. So that is a very important distinction between a job mindset and entrepreneurship mindset. And that should be the goal of somebody who's starting this journey as well. The third thing is that very important distinction again, a person who has a job mindset is looking for instant gratification versus delayed gratification. Now, what is this instant gratification? Instant gratification is that you do something today and then you're expecting result back out, right now. In a job, we work for 30 days and the first of month or 31st of the month, you get your salary and you're so happy and excited, and you get that instant gratification. And imagine if that salary gets delayed to 2nd of the month or 5th of the month or 7th of the month, and then you remember you start having those panic buttons, and you're like, oh my god, why is the salary not coming? I have to pay rent, I have these liabilities, so many nonsense, right? Entrepreneurship does not work like that, because there is no certainty, there is no safety net in entrepreneurship. There might be times when you make money, there might not be times where you make no money, or you even lose money at times, right? So there is no defined process in this. So the person who's playing this game of entrepreneurship needs to develop this mindset of delayed gratification. They need to understand that they have to put in the work today for a significant period of time and wait till the results come in. But we don't know when the results would come in. So you have to keep that faith, you have to keep that persistence, you have to keep that the hard work going on without knowing when it is coming. So imagine if a person who has the job mindset looking for instant gratification starts a business, will start to burn out very quickly. You will start to have sleepless nights, you will start to have anxieties all over. And it happened to me a lot in the beginning. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going, how would I make it, how would I survive my months and everything. So this is a very crucial difference that one must understand. The fourth point is that a person with a job mindset is terrified of failure. That person does not want to fail. That person wants to be, again, comes back to the whole concept of being safe. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people reject me? What if my family it doesn't support me, etc., etc. So there's so much of fear that they're surrounded with. Whereas a person with entrepreneurial mindset is always looking for new challenges, right? Of course, they have fears, but they also have the ability to overcome and move past that fears. They know how to make fear their friend. And thankfully, I am in a position where I have started to make my fear my friend, because I used to be terrified of failing and being embarrassed in front of people, my family members and things like that. But today I've realized I've built a mindset which doesn't stop me from that, doesn't stop me with that fear. And I realized that if I have to do something big, I will have to put myself out. I will have to build that courage, that resilience, and be out there so that I can get what I want, right? So people with entrepreneur mindset are always looking for new challenges, new avenues to open. I think I have explored so many things in past 3 years. Is unbelievable. There are times when I thought I would die, but I always came out even stronger and better than before. So it all works out, but you have to cross that phase. You have to be resilient enough to cross that phase, because a lot of people quit right there. So my next point, my fifth point, is a person with a job mindset strives for a higher paycheck. Like, that person is looking for a higher paycheck, a promotion, a better bonus, maybe. But a person with entrepreneurship mindset is driven by vision and passion. I did address this in my previous video as well. Go check it out if you haven't, on entrepreneurship mindset. These are the people who are not withered by the idea of money. They are the people who are driven with a motivation, with intention of giving to something, to someone, to creating value to someone, to creating value in this world. So they are mission people, they're driven people, and they're passionate, and they believe in what they do. So there's this huge difference between both the sides of the mindset. And again, if you want to start this entrepreneurship journey, you should be able to find what your mission is, what your passion is, and what your vision is. Very, very important. And the sixth, but not the last but not the least, the sixth point that I have is, this is something that I had to learn myself, was to understand the difference between asset and liability. Okay, now I'm an accounts background, I'm an MBA international business, whatever, but I'm not talking about that kind of accounting where asset and liability, understand. What I realized is, and I've done this, I'm guilty of that as well, is whenever I earn any money, person with a job mindset, whenever he or she earns any money, the money that first, where it goes, where does that money go? The money goes into the liabilities. You start shopping for a new phone, or a new dress, or a new car, or a new house, or any kind of liability. You start, then you have n numbers of EMI. There's an EMI trap that we get into, n numbers of EMI, and we start giving them, by 7th of the month or 10th of the month, you're almost broke because you have been paying so many EMIs out of that pocket. So I realized that the person with a job mindset is trapped in a circle of EMI, and they're utilizing their money in liabilities versus asset. Now let me help you understand what is an asset and what is a liability. Simple definition: anything that puts money back in your pocket is an asset, and anything that takes money out of your pocket is a liability. Let's keep it as simple as that. Okay, now one thing which I realized over the time was the concept of house. A lot of people think this. Is house an asset? What do you think? Yes or no? For the longest time I thought house was an asset. But here, my friends, I have to tell you, house will become an asset only and only when you use it for rent purposes. Because if you're buying a house that you're going to live in, it's not an asset, it becomes a liability. Because think about it, you're staying in that house, you have to pay electricity bill, water bill, then there's maintenance bill. There's so many different aspects that takes money out of your pocket. Where is the money coming in? So it is not your asset. But if you have multiple houses around you that you have given it for a commercial use or rental purpose, that's where the money will start flowing in, and that's when you become an asset. But unfortunately, what has happened is, the mindset that I had was of buying a house. I wanted to buy a house. That was my big vision or goal, was to buy a house before I was 30. So a few years ago, I invested in an upcoming house builder, and hoping that, then thinking that, oh, this is my asset, I'm getting a house. What happened was that I put in like 20 lakh rupees in that particular project and it still has not come up, and it has still no idea when it is going to come up. Now imagine 20 lakh rupees getting blocked into a certain particular project which has no future today. And it's been such a painful experience for me. I mean, it's my hard-earned money, right? But I realized that if I did not have this mindset of job mindset, I would have never gone into this particular particular project. I would have done something better. So on the other side, people with entrepreneur mindset, people who are really the wealthy people I'm talking about here, the rich people who have made the wealth over generations, these are the people who don't spend on liabilities. They don't get into this EMI trap. They really invest. They understand the power of investing. They understand the power of compounding, and they try to put in their money where it actually grows, and it grows in a multiple of compounding, not just fixed deposit or savings account, etc., etc. So finally I've started to become smart, and I'm starting to plan my investments. I did a lot of research and homework on this aspect as well, and now I'm cutting down my liabilities, and I'm increasing my wealth. So these are the 6 major differentiation. I'm sure there's so many more, but this is crucial for you to understand. Again, for those people who are trying to move into the move from a job to entrepreneurship or start any kind of entrepreneurship journey, this video is for you to understand where your mindset lies. Because if you are on the job mindset, which I was a few years ago, you will have to shift to the other side. Otherwise your life is going to be, the journey is going to be super hard. It's a hard journey anyways. It's going to get much harder, and I don't want you to be as anxious as I was. So I want to help you make this journey smoother again. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me. And if you would like me to make a particular video on a certain topic, please feel free to share that with me as well. And don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and join my Facebook group, the Entreprenuer-Ology Hub, where I promise I'm going to give in a lot of value. Let's make this community, let's build this community of like-minded entrepreneurs, and let's try to help each other. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Bye.